观众朋友好，欢迎收看最新一期的子天访谈录 SD Talk Show， 我是子天
Hello, Sky.
Hi, I'm so happy to see you for 2 weeks.
Me too.
Yeah, it's too
Time goes
long.
by so quickly.
Yes.
So how have you been in the past 2 weeks?
Yes, it's happiness and happiness.
Happiness. What does that mean? So you got to do the things that you want to do.
Yes, and a lot of things going on with you, I think.
Yes. As a matter of fact,
Yeah.
I am so happy to see things are start getting back to normal.
Yeah.
I went to a restaurant yesterday and
Yeah.
it's full.
Yeah.
And the people were sitting right next to each other. I feel like the old days are coming back.
Yeah.
So that is a great thing.
Yeah, it's like nothing happened.
Yes, it's getting back slowly. I'm very grateful. Yeah.
Firstly, I want to ask you, what's a highlight?
What is the highlights of the past few weeks?
Yes.
Oh, there's a lot. You know, like I share with you, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to be alive.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful to be healthy.
Wow.
Grateful to live in America. You know, there's a lot of things going on, but I'm still very grateful to be in the land is still a land of opportunities.
Yeah.
And I still have a chance to do the things that I love to do.
Yeah.
And you know that I love to make deals. Just like an artist love to paint, a
Yeah.
dancer love to dance. I love making deals.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been doing in the past 2 weeks. I mean, of course, beside all the activities, you know, making deals every day. You know, bringing buy and seller together,
Yeah.
make deals happen, selling land and selling commercial
Yeah.
Properties. Yeah.
Yeah. Be positive always most important. That's why your personality,
Yeah.
you know, it's the best.
Thank you, Sky. That's all we have.
Yeah, always grateful.
Yes, attitude is everything. You know, I
Yeah.
believe that. I mean, you can lose everything,
Yeah.
but as long as you have the right attitude, because if the moment you lose faith, you lose
Yeah.
hope, it's over.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's okay. I mean, that's I have to maintain that, and I'm so grateful that we have a lot of things to be grateful for, and I hope the audience are happy too. It's good to be with them.
Yeah.
It's been 2 weeks, right?
Yeah. You just mentioned about you closing the new deal, the project.
Yeah.
Can you share some story behind the project?
Yes. As you know, my division, I got 3 division. I got the investment division where I buy and sell properties. I own my properties,
Yeah.
and I also have a brokerage department. We represent people to buy and sell shopping center and commercial land.
Yeah.
And I also have a training division. It's called Danny Nguyen Commercial Career and Success Academy. So talking about a story, you know, people like us, our ultimate success is measured on how many deals you close.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the deals that I would like to share with you is the shopping centers. We just closed a few days ago. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Where's the location and
yeah, it's located here in Houston. Yeah.
Okay.
In Houston.
Houston area?
Yeah, you know, LV shopping centers, LV transactions had a story, but this one is one I'm so happy to see that it's
Yeah.
closed.
Yeah.
You know, like I shared with you earlier, when you see the title company send you a message,
Yeah.
say, close, congratulations, funded.
Oh,
That's when
okay.
funded, that's when you get money. That's when the seller get the money.
Okay.
That's when you get the money as the people
Okay.
who put the deal together.
Oh, okay.
But more important than that, the story behind it. You know, now we got the new buyer. Congratulations to a new buyer who have always wanted to buy shopping centers.
Yeah.
And because of our help to walk her through the whole process, now she owns the shopping centers.
Yeah.
And the owner, he owned this property for so long. He's from out of town. He owned the shop for like 30, close to 40 years.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. And this is a special product. And he's all, because, you know, like a timing is everything, right?
Yeah.
Timing is everything. You know,
Wow,
you buy,
yeah.
then after 40 years, and then he released it. And he know our reputation. So, I mean, we have the privilege, and we are so grateful that he gave us that opportunity
Yeah.
to sell that shopping centers, to package that shopping centers, and to sell it to the most qualified buyer.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. And the shopping center, the owner want selling this older one, maybe what he want? Maybe the new one or?
Yes, that's good. One of the questions that people ask is what is the motivation of the seller?
Yeah.
Why people sell it? The buyer, why they sell it? But remember, life is like a season. Life is a cycle.
Yeah.
A season to plant a seed.
Yeah.
A season to harvest, to enjoy in the season, to let go.
Yeah.
Just like human, it's a cycle. So after 40 years now, I mean, it's his age. He's up there.
Oh, okay.
So it's a time to let go. So, but the motivations, buyer usually ask me, why the seller is buying it. But never believe what the seller tell you. It doesn't matter. Whatever, but you have to do of course, if you know the true motivation, the reason that the buyer asks that because they want to see the motivation behind it.
Yeah.
If they said, I really need the money so bad because I need to have the money to send my child to a hospital and I need the money immediately. I need to pay tax. If I don't pay tax, the government is going to take over my property.
Yeah.
And then the buyer would take advantage of the situations. And usually the seller and the buyer, then they never know the true motive.
Yeah.
But whatever the seller say, you still have to do the homework.
Yeah.
They still have to find out if the property is good. But usually sometimes if the seller is an emergency situation, people sell things for a variety of reasons.
Yeah.
Like I tell you, the timing, family status,
Yeah.
divorce, death in the family, making profit, they're buying another property, they get sick and tired of it.
Yeah.
They want to change investment portfolio. That's a variety of reasons. But in this situation, very good because of his age. And let me tell you, what made this shopping center great is that it's located in a great location. This shopping center was built when this city is 40 years ago, okay? About 40 years ago. It's one of the best city in town.
Yeah.
It's now become a great location. But now, can you imagine 40 years old? It's become very ugly.
Yeah.
So usually I tell my client,
Old fashion style. Yeah.
yes, it's become obsolete.
Yeah.
We call it functional, obsolete, or economic, it's out of style. So basically, this is a great shopping center, an ugly shopping center in a great, in good location. That's what you want to buy. Some people want to buy a beautiful shopping center somewhere else, but there's a price to it.
Yeah.
But let me tell you why a not very attractive older shopping center in a good location, you cannot change the location.
Yeah.
It's a great location, but a shopping center can be changed. So what you do is that you can, after buying it, you can do a renovation.
Yeah.
You can upgrade it. There's a lot of shopping center that you see. Somewhere on Bolivia. It used to be so old, so outdated.
Yeah.
And all they just changed the face in the front. It become a brand new shopping center. You see that? It's called physical transformation.
Yeah.
And you know what? Let me tell you why. A shopping center, when it was sold, it based on the income.
Yeah.
And the older shopping center usually leases for very cheap. The one that I just talked to you about, some of them were leases for 40 cents, 50 cents per square foot.
Wow.
Because, I mean, they've been so long, it doesn't look attractive outside.
Yeah.
But as you know, 40 cents or 50 cents, you could even lease a warehouse for it.
Yeah.
You know the market. I mean, you get involved. So basically now, the buyers see the potential. So basically, they look at the rent roll. They said, "Wow, I mean, this all the list, this." So they want to see. They said, "Oh wow, the rents are under the market. If I purchase these shopping centers and I renovate it, I make it look brand new. I increase rent from 40 cents, 70 cents, 80 cents to $1.50 and $2 per foot." Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That is the smart investor. But it depends. It's not about each person have different preferences. Some people they don't want to deal with renovation, construction.
Yeah.
They want a brand new.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It's the same like some people buy the house residential, like a bank closing you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They want a finished product. They want
Yeah.
a finished product. Then there's a price to it.
Yeah.
Then if you want to buy a less attractive,
Yeah.
and then you renovate. It's called adding value. The key word is what can you do to add value to the portfolio that you're buying. That's when you can add, you make profit.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's stories. But this is a very long, I'm telling you, it's usually you have a contract and a shopping center normally take about 60 days. 60 days they call feasibility period. What it means is that a buyer and a seller agree on the price and a general term. They put in a contract,
Yeah.
but they agree that during the feasibility period, usually it doesn't cost a lot. Sometimes it costs $100 or $1,000.
Yeah.
So it's give the buyer a chance to study because you don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know that after put the contract, they go to the title company. They want to do title search. They want to make sure that, you are the right.
Yeah.
How do I know if you're the decision maker?
Yeah.
Are you the right owner?
Yeah.
And the property tax, does it have any liens on the properties, any lawsuit?
Yeah.
Is it clear? Is there any pipeline, any easement? So they want to make sure the title is clear. Okay. And three things that they will be studying is the physical aspect of it.
Yeah.
And the physical, the financial, and the physical, financial, and the market. Which one you want to talk about first? What are the three things?
Marketing, I want to talk about because marketing normally.
Okay, it's called market.
Yeah.
So the market. So what they do is that before they buy shopping centers,
Yeah.
okay, they want to check the market.
Yeah.
To check around.
Yeah.
First of all, you want to find out if I can find a similar property like that. If I pay $1 million these shopping centers, what else is available on the market?
Yeah.
So it's called market search, market intelligence.
Yeah.
So number two, it's called because you want to compare to see. Okay. Number two, if the shopping center have vacant spaces, you want to drive around the area. You want to check the market to see are there a lot of vacant spaces.
Yeah.
If you see a lot of vacant spaces, so you have to think twice before you buy an empty shopping centers.
Yeah. That means it's not too crowded.
So that means you have more supply than demand.
Yeah.
It's not overly crowded. Yes. The question is, it's supposed to be overly crowded because retail relies on population and traffic.
Yeah. 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 That's true.
Any feedback on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Okay, so it's called market intelligence. And then you go drive around to see, if I renovated these shopping centers, they have the list. Usually the owner give you a list of tenants. It's called a rent roll.
Yeah.
What is it called?
Rent grow.
Rent roll.
Yeah.
A rent roll is a list of tenants.
Okay.
And it shows who is the tenants.
Okay.
How many square feet are they leasing?
Okay. Rent grow. Yeah.
And what's the base rent? And how many years they sign on a lease, and will the rent increase, and who is paying for what? So they look at that rent roll. But a smart, a smart investor, smart buyer, and then I will help the buyer to see, if on the average, if the buyer pay $1 per square foot, and then you go around look at the market. If the market is being leased for $2 per square foot, is that good or bad?
It's bad.
It's bad for now, but it's good for the future. Okay,
Yeah.
So you're right. It's bad for now because the market. So that means you have room to grow.
Oh yeah.
Does that mean because
Yeah.
it's under the market?
Okay.
So people, the rent is under market. It's bad. It's because it's low, but I still have room to increase the rent.
Oh, okay.
Because the previous owner, sometimes tenants have been there for several years. They have been there for 15 years, 20 years. They still,
they not
you know what I
change
mean? And
the
sometimes the landlord are not very prudent. They keep the same rate.
Yeah.
But for people like us, if I represent a landlord, I always do escalating rent. Escalate means go up. Like an escalator.
Oh,
Escalator
okay,
means
okay.
going up. escalate, that means you increase rent. You don't keep rent the same because the inflation rate, the market cost is going up. So
Yeah,
the shopping
yeah.
center have to go up to catch up
Yeah.
with that. And sometimes I put in the clause, I said, when the lease expires, I deal with a lot of contracts, So if the contract expires, the rent has to be at the market price.
Yeah.
It depends on who you represent. So back to our story. So they see the market. They say, "Oh, this is good."
Yeah.
So when I buy it, and then I can increase the rent.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? So you have to check the market, and then what are the other two?
I remember you say it's a physical.
Okay, the fiscal. You
Yeah.
come out, you check to say, "Oh, how old is it? Is the roof still in good conditions? Is the foundation good condition? Does it have good parking spaces? I mean, does it have the entrance? Does it have an entrance to come in and out?
Yeah.
The ingress and egress. Some shopping center is in a great location, but you cannot go in. You have to go all the way to the end and you turn around. That's
Yeah.
not
It's
good.
harder to find.
Yes.
It's no good.
Yes.
Yeah.
So basically, you ask visibility. Is my shopping center is visible? A shopping center it doesn't mean much if people cannot see it. If it's stand behind some building, so you're a secret shopping center. So you check for visibility. You check for accessibility. Can I come in and out easily? That is when you attract people. Sometimes you don't want to go into a shopping center. It's too difficult. You make a turn, and when you come out, the traffic here. You make a turn.
Yeah,
you have to
yeah.
fight. You have to wait, and people honk at you.
Yeah.
So you make sure that and then you want to make sure that it has enough parking spaces. The ratio. Some shopping centers are very beautiful.
Yeah.
But it's a failure because there's no parking spaces.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah.
And you want to make sure the condition, and then you rely on an inspector. You want to make sure that the shopping center is in the roof is in good condition, the plumbing is in good condition, the electrical is in good condition, the foundation, the interior, okay?
Yeah.
And you check for asbestos. If it's an old shopping center, I mean, is there any asbestos in that? And then you check with the surveyor to make sure the property, they advertise the property, the shopping center is 20,000 square feet.
Yeah.
And it's on 3 acres of land. How do you know that? So we need to get a survey. We need to make a survey to make sure they draw exactly where the boundary is. So on the survey it shows. And then some shopping centers, people bought it, but they didn't realize that they built on. The parking lot is built on the pipeline. It's illegal. They never know that. The pipeline, you're not supposed to be built on it, but they built on it. They buy a shopping center without checking on it.
Yeah.
So it's in a violation. The fiscal. So you want to make sure that the fiscal aspect of it, whatever you can see and touch, okay?
Yeah.
And how much would it cost for you to bring it back to normal conditions? And sometimes people do defer maintenance. Deferment. There's a lot of things that need to be repaired.
Okay.
But they don't repair. They just wait. It's called defer. What is it called? Defer means to wait. Deferment means to wait. So basically, I said, give me all of the invoices of the last repair in the past 3 years. And that we force them to give you the repair so you know what is wrong with it. You understand? Okay,
Yeah.
so there's a lot to it, but the physical aspect of it and the financial.
Yeah, financial.
So
yeah.
physical, financial,
Financial,
and
market.
economic. That's the three main areas. And you want to see the rent roll, the profit and loss statement,
Yeah.
the rent roll, the tenant. They have a list of tenants, but you have to see, are they good tenant? Are
Yeah.
they credited tenant? And then you have to come to see, even they're paying rent now, but they may be a dead business. They may be
Yeah.
running out of business.
Yeah.
And sometimes they have a major tenant over there. So you have to learn the market to see who else is coming.
Yeah.
Sometimes they have a big department store who pay a lot of money for that shopping centers.
Yeah.
And they never know that there's a huge department store will be coming. When that department store, and then this one will close down, they will run out of business. You have a dark, weak spaces. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you make sure the quality of the tenant, are they doing well? Will they be there for not?
Yeah.
And you have to look at the quality of the lease. Some landlords have horrible leases, have horrible leases. So you have to you want to make sure that the lease is good.
Yeah.
It's spelled out. It makes sure that the tenant fulfill all the obligations if they default on the rent and all that. So it's called a feasibility period. And if for any reason, if they back out, and then you check for environmental, if it's contaminated. Sometimes it used to be a gas station or dry cleaner, they spill chemical.
Oh.
Does that make sense?
Wow.
You and more. So that's a touch of it. So after the feasibility period, and then they said, okay, then I decided to move forward. I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
Okay, and at that time, and then we're ready for closing. So we informed the bank, and I work with the bank. I work with the lenders. That's why in our workshops, we're going to work with we call them transactional partners. Because every transaction we close, we bring a lot of job for people.
Yeah.
I said this, and I'm said it again. And I'm not shy to say it again. Every time that we create a transactions, we bring a lot of business to people.
Yeah.
And after that shopping centers, we bring the title company get a job.
Yeah.
Can you imagine $3.5 million? A title company, the bank get a job, the survey company get a job, the environmental get a job, the insurance company get a job, attorney, accountant. Don't forget broker get a job. And then after that, I just closed the deal. And then now they come in.
Yeah.
They work with a sign company. They want to do the billboard.
Yeah.
They want to change the store, the sign.
Yeah.
They talk to the property management. They want to do landscaping.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of services that we can help. So what Sky and I are working on is that we're going to create with Mr. Lee, we call the resources centers, where we create like a business community so we can help each other.
Yeah.
So that's the highlight. So after the whole transaction, of course, there's a lot to it. It's a lot of headache. But you, as a broker, you're a problem solver. You solve problem. Oh my God! If it's had this problem, you solve the problem. You solve the problem. You solve the problem. You're problem solvers. You are the one who guide through the process.
Yeah.
You are like a conductor in the band.
Yeah.
You conduct the music in the band. You tell people.
Yeah.
You guide them. You lead that process. You take that from the beginning until when you reach destination.
Yeah.
Bam.
Yeah.
Close.
And also, most happy is our residential, our population, because once everybody work is done, tenant move in, we have maybe nail salon, hair salon, massage, restaurant. Yeah,
you're absolutely right. The shopping centers owners and developer do make a huge economic impact for the local people.
Yeah.
And in this case, I'm telling you that nobody done it. I introduced the shopping center buyer to the city so that they apply for an incentive because the city want to see shopping center located in a certain area. The city wanted to look nice. It's called beautification project. So the government may give some incentive to the shopping center that no other broker can do. Yeah.
Also today the topic is really good for our small business owner to come into our workshop for next Saturday.
Yes, you're absolutely right. It's all interrelated, Yeah. Real estate and owners are talking about this. You're talking about a few upcoming workshop, right?
Yeah.
As you know, that we are planning to have workshop for small business owners. If you are a business owner, if you want to go into business, you are thinking about going to business, you need to come to this workshop so you learn how to prepare a business plan.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're a business, you already have a business. If you don't have a business plan, you need to come to this workshop. If you're a business owner, you've been in business for 25 years. You're still operating like a mom and pop. You don't have a business plan. You need to come to this business plan, to this business plan workshop, so that it forces you to think to think it out, to put it on paper, so that you can be more effective. Okay. So basically, things change so much.
Yeah.
You know, the way that you conduct business today is not the same as 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Change. The world is moving.
Yeah.
The world is changing.
Yeah.
The planet is moving at a very fast pace. The knowledge that we learned out yesterday is no longer good for today.
Yeah.
So we have to become, if you have to be a business, you have to be informed of the market. You have to be informed of what people like, the customer preferences.
Yeah.
You know, you have to keep up with rules, regulation. You have to deal with taxes issue, how to advertise your business, how to deal with employees, how to order supplies, how to get more credit. There's so much.
Yeah.
You don't have to be it by yourself, because I mean, running a business is one of a challenging job.
Yeah.
It's not easy, and especially for people who never had that experience before.
Yeah.
It's just overwhelming. They never been trained.
Yeah.
They cook, and then they just run a business day by day. But you need to get a business plan. And now, you know, the government, you know, small business contributes 80% to the local economy. 80% of the wealth of this country, of the United States, is from small businesses.
Yeah.
Small business are the people who create jobs, who bring tax revenue to the government. That's why the government does everything.
Yeah.
That's why they have a SBA. They got Economic Development Center. They create this agency to help small business owner. And then we are going to do that. We're going to invite the government agency to come over here. They show you how to do QuickBooks for free.
Yeah.
They show you how to do bookkeeping for free. And in addition to that, we bring the government, we bring experts in the communities, volunteer to come. We are the one who put the workshop together.
Yeah.
So you learn how to, let's see, what kind of, you want to open a business. What form of legal entity should you open? It's not a simple question, but it's not. You can do a DBA, a sole proprietorship. You can do a partnership. You can do an LLC. You can do a corporation. You can do a Chapter S, Chapter C. There's so many things.
Yeah.
It's overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Okay, it's just overwhelming. Okay, so basically an expert can come. They will explain to you, you know, if you do this, what is your advantage?
Yeah.
Two things, liabilities and taxes. They have to know that. So we have an attorney to come next line. How do you keep your book? How do you keep your book? The cash system or accrual accounting system. So they come and show you how to keep your book. When the customer come in, how do you keep your receipt? How do you report yourself? At the end of the month, how do you prepare profit and loss statement? How do you create the balance sheet?
Yeah.
Accounting,
Yeah.
important. Taxes, how do you set what tax rate and how do you save taxes? And tax strategists can come in and help people. And advertising, the world changed. It become paperless.
Yeah.
I mean, it's sad, but now, I mean, with the digital technology, you have to adapt with the social media.
Yeah.
I mean, the way that we advertised before is not the way that people advertise right now.
Yeah.
So we're going to invite a social expert, social media expert, so they can come and teach people how to do digital media, you know, like right here. At Mr. Lee Center. I mean, he's even adapted himself to become digital. You know, he had a beautiful digital billboard outside for people to advertise.
Yeah.
So, and how do you hire people? How do you avoid liability? I mean, when you hire people, how do you know? How do you interview people?
Yeah.
How do you pay people? What kind of document that you have to do to make sure that you are in compliance with the government? You don't hire somebody.
Yeah.
You know, that's a lot. So come to the workshop. Okay, can you announce our first workshop will be where, when?
Yeah. On next Saturday, I think it's May 15, morning 9 a.m. to 12.
Our next workshop is called How to Prepare a Business Plan for Small Business Owner. That's in the title of the workshop. It will be held right here in this international center. You know that the place on Bel Air and Boone, right the corner, Burleigh and Boone, you see the beautiful big building with a lot of international flags.
Yeah.
And who doesn't know Mr. Lee, right? So and then it will be held on the second floor on not this Saturday, but the
Next
Saturday after, which is May the 15th, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, 15th. I started at 9
a.m.
9 to 12. So basically, we have very limited space. I mean, we're thinking about, with the pandemic, we want to have about like 10 people or 15 people the most. So it's going to be first come, first serve.
Yeah.
So basically, I mean, we are doing it. We don't want to use the word free, but I mean, this is a compliment. I mean, this is sponsored by Mr. Wei Lee, Southern and Danny Nguyen Commercial.
Yeah.
We collaborate so that we can bring the resources to the community. But to you, I mean, it's complimentary. Complimentary means that you don't have to pay, okay? And we love, and then whatever help that you need help with, we will be here. We're looking forward to seeing you.
Yeah, and thank you, Danny, the commercial to sponsor the workshop.
Thank you, Sky.
And give the knowledge also.
Of course. I mean, giving is receiving. I'm happy. But of course, I mean, you spend a lot of time too. I mean, you are the one who bring everybody together.
Yeah.
Sky Dawn. I mean, you do good for the community. Keep up the good work.
But my learning is the most.
So we all learn, I mean, we learn from each other. But I mean, I think your asset, your strength is that your ability to bring people together.
Yeah.
That in itself is a value.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people, and who needing what, you bring them together. I mean, that is very, that is a very admirable. Keep up the great work.
Yeah. Thanks for joining me today for the show. Also, thank you, DN Commercial, to sponsor SD Talk Show.
Thank you. My pleasure. It's great to be with you. And it's great to be with our audience. Appreciate for watching and look forward to see you at the workshop.
Yeah, and for next week, our show.
In person.
Thank you, Danny. 这就是今天的子天访谈录 SD Talk Show， 我是子天，我们下期再见。